over in Mexico, where Liam casually flipped Perez off mid-race. Dr. Helmut thought, yep, this is exactly what we need. And just like that, he secured the Red Bull seat for 2025. But how did he even get here? Well, it all started at Zandvoort in 2023. Daniel Ricciardo crashed out during practice, breaking his hand, and Lawson got the call. Want to know how it went down? Let's hear it from the guy himself.
It was a very short conversation with Helmut, and it was basically, I knew that they were deciding on what to do, because when the crash happens and when I knew they were deciding on that, I went and found Helmut and I approached him, and he was mid-conversation with Franz, and he looked at me and said, "Are you ready?" And I said yes, and then he walked away. And that was basically pretty much the moment I knew I was driving.
Thrown into a wet, dry, wet chaos fest with no practice, Liam somehow finished 13th. No prep, insane weather, and while Checo and Tsunoda went gravel surfing...
And the virtual safety car is out, and off the road goes Sergio Perez in the monsoon conditions now.
The Kiwi kept it clean and brought the car home.
P13, great job Lawson, now bring the car home.
Oh, and speaking of drivers who couldn't keep it on track, you know who I'll be talking about next.
Oh, they're snaking off the road. Zhou Guanyu has gone into the Tech Pro.
The first Chinese driver on the grid, and the man who ended Sauber's scoring drought since 2023. Where? Qatar. In a race where tyre issues defined the outcome, is worth noting. Oh, and he won the driver of the day. 1 point for Sauber, 1 chili suit for Sainz. Spicy, right? Not even Drake would have bet on that. Anyway, some say this was his best drive, but for me, Bahrain 2022 tops it. Back then, people called him a pay driver without a chance, but Zhou proved him wrong, pulling off overtakes. None shown on the TV, but trust me, they happened. And with few laps left, he was P11, pushing hard, when the magic came.
来了，最后一圈，来了，进入最后一圈，看一看佩雷斯现在关键，佩雷斯是关，防不防得住，其实问题已经不。
History in the making, not just for him, but for a nation. And you know who else has an entire nation backing him? Pilar's very own Franco Colapinto. Look, when Williams announced him, haters weren't happy, with Ralf Schumacher leading the queue, still salty because they didn't pick his nephew Mick. However, the Argentinian would make him eat their words. In Baku, Franco recovered from a crash to reach Q3. There, he stormed through, outqualified his teammates, and clinched P8, all in just his second race. That's right, 2 races to match what the freedom fighter managed in 2 years. Anyway, that was still just the appetizer. The real breakthrough came at Marina Bay. On one of the most physically demanding tracks, our guy drove amazingly. Even Checo couldn't resist showing some Latino love.
She's very difficult to find, Colapinto.
And that start.
And the Singapore